Greetings and salutations. We're back again. This time we're going to have a little test down a little bit of a stretch of the motorway. It's just a little short run. I just want to see how the microphone works out in the wind and the noise and all the what have you. It's alright mate, I can take my time. I'm not in any hurry. When I left the house, the sun was beating down, and now, thanks to some rather black clouds, there's none. It's suddenly gotten very cold, but what the hell? This bike is nice and warm. I've got a great big cheesy grin on my face, and I'm loving being out on the hog again tonight. One other thing to note, which I was quite surprised at, to be honest. Passed a sports bike a little while ago and he nodded. He actually nodded to a Harley Davidson. Now, I have to be fair, when I was riding sports bikes, it was actually quite a rare occurrence to get the old-fashioned nod. In my younger days, 20, 30 years ago, everyone used to nod, but for some reason today things are a little bit different. But anyway, getting off the track, I've probably had more nods from all kinds of bikes on a Harley than I ever did on sports bikes, and I just can't fathom that out. There's supposed to be some kind of barrier between sports and cruisers. But to me, sports bikes seem to accept, at least myself, on a Harley, more than they ever did when I was on a sports bike. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know. Now, what we're doing 75. There's quite a bit of wind buffer, and there's a lot of noise in this helmet. Generally this helmet is actually quite quiet, so I'm hoping that the microphone's going to pick this up. But anyway, that's it. This is a pull off here. Like I say, I just wanted to test, see how the microphone did. Obviously we'll get back, check it out. If it doesn't work, I'll just leave it out. The magic of technology. Mess it up, don't show anyone. Let's hire left around here, just make sure there's nothing coming. Watch the pegs, watch the pegs, oh my god, watch the pegs. There we go. Wind it on a little bit. Oh, lovely jubbly. Now then. Slow down a little bit just so I can hear what I'm actually talking about. Just watch these wheels on the bike. Now, my last video that I put up, there's a very gracious gentleman, Richard Enstad. Now, I hope I pronounced that right. If I haven't, give me a verbal slapping, that's fine. I do apologise. Now, Richard suggested that I wasn't quite talking clearly, which is fair enough. I did actually notice that myself when I watched the second video over again. Now, probably explain, as I mentioned in my first video, I suffer from social anxiety disorder, which basically means I'm a very nervous bugger, and doing anything in public, whoops, bring the speed down a little, doing anything in public absolutely destroys me. Now fair enough, this is not really in the public eye, well it is, but have the added security of hiding behind the camera, plus if things are really bad, I just won't upload it. But I'm quite happy with the way things are going at the minute. But anyway, as he was suggesting, he'd like to hear 100% of what I'm talking about, which obviously that's why you listen. Now, this is fantastic feedback for me, especially since I realised I'd done that myself, and then having someone come back, give me the feedback, tell me exactly the same thing, I realised myself was absolutely fantastic. So I'm trying to talk clearly, but at the same time, when you slow the pace of your conversation and you try and talk clearly, your accent fades, if you like. You seem to try and turn it off. Now, I already do that to a certain extent, because if I was to talk in my usual full accent, you probably wouldn't even understand what the hell I was talking about, you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. There's a lot of people in my own country swear they can't understand a single thing a Geordie says, someone from the northeast of England, like I am. And I fully understand that, because it's the same thing for us and the Scottish. If someone could tell me what the Scottish are talking about most of the time, I'd be quite happy. No, I'm just kidding aside. But it was a very valid point, and I really appreciate it. So I'm trying to talk more clearly, keep a little bit of a more even pace, without being too laboured. But at the same time, I want to keep my accent, because one of the things I personally really enjoy about watching motovlogs is people from different regions, different countries, the visuals and the accents. I mean, there's umpteen different accents from America. There's a lot of Americans I like. There's some great Australians which are so characterful, and without that Australian accent you feel it just wouldn't have the same appeal. So I'm hoping to hone how I speak. I mean, this is just the third video I've ever done. It's still very new. I'm still not completely relaxed with what I'm doing yet, but hopefully I'll get there. And I want to keep a little bit of my Geordie accent. Everybody seems to say when you go abroad, even when you go to different parts of the country, they love the Geordie accent. Personally, I can't stand it. I hate it, because I think it makes me sound thick, dense, stupid. But I'm sure that's just me, which is a little bit ironic, saying that I want to keep the accent. But that's how it is. I guess I want to set myself apart from other vloggers. And if viewers are like me and they enjoy the difference in the accents and everything, and that's all part of it, then I want to keep that enjoyment. I want to have that little bit of an edge, if you like. So, anyway. So Richard, I'm trying. I have it prominent in my mind to keep everything clear, to try and keep the pace of my conversation slow. As he's pointed out, really, between the lines, not everyone who watches mine or anybody's vlog, not everyone's first language is going to be the same as mine or yours if you vlog. And I think it's quite easy to forget that. You just rub it on expecting all your viewers to be, in my case, English. Obviously they're not, and to be completely honest, I don't want them to be. The diversity of viewers surely has to be one of the main attractions, especially if you get comments on your videos. I mean, surely the comments you get from someone in England are going to be pretty, basically you're going to know what they're going to ask, you're going to know what they're talking about. Whereas if you get a comment from, say, someone in Italy, you know, that could be something very, very different and really engaging, and I want that. I really, really want to engage in that. That's one of the main reasons I'm actually well, my main reason for doing this, to be honest, is quite selfish. I want to curb my SAD, but I'll get into that in another vlog once I've got a little bit more confidence, excuse me, and I feel like I'm ready to talk about that, then I will. At the minute, I think I'll keep it pretty light, if that's okay. Anyway, I've prattled on for long enough, so I think I'll let you go. But thank you very much for watching. I very do much appreciate it. Very do much appreciate it. Very much do appreciate it. There you go. Hope you come back. If you like it, subscribe. If you've got something to say, drop a comment. I'd love to read it, and I will respond. So again, thank you very much. I'm going to leave you now, and I'm going to have a bit of a hoon on my own. Catch you later.